What's going on, everybody? Say yes. Learn to say yes more. And let's talk about why. There's so many times in your life where you feel insecure, you think you don't want to do it, you don't want to be made fun of, you don't want to look bad in front of your friends. And so you're like, no, I'm not going to snowboard, or no, I don't want to go on this trip, or no, I want to do this. So you're holding yourself back from a standpoint of like, just say yes, right? And then go and give your best, right? If you suck at snowboarding and it's your first time, I doubt your friends will make fun of you. And if they do, probably not the greatest friends. And hey, people make fun of people. It's funny, it's teasing, right? Like, get over yourself. Make fun of yourself first, right? Like, yeah, if you're not comfortable being uncomfortable, that's, problem number one. You got to learn to say yes to being uncomfortable, no matter what it is, so you can grow more, right? Nobody's going to be good at everything. You're going to suck at a lot of things in life, but it doesn't mean you can't say yes to them, right? If you're not a good drawer, if you're not a good cook, if you're terrible at something, we say yes because it helps us get better. It gets us in a mindset of like, yeah, there's nothing stopping me. I don't really care if, I'm great at ice skating. I know I always go to that one, but I'm going to go try it. And if I go try it, I'm going to give my best. And I guarantee if you give your best and put your best effort and your best foot forward, right? As your parents say, give your best foot forward for us old school people, right? I don't know if I'm an old school person at this point, but if you just give your best, you're gonna feel better about yourself. You're gonna be like, yeah, I pushed through it. Because what happens is if you say yes less and less in your life, then regret starts coming in. You're like, you know what? I kind of wish I did go on that trip with my friends. They had a great time. Kind of wish I did try snowboarding years earlier because you might have picked it up 10 years later and you're like, I love it. It's the greatest thing on the planet. Or skiing or ice skating or whatever. It doesn't matter. There's so many times that I see either a girl say, "Oh, I don't want to throw a football," or "I don't want to do a frisbee. I'm a girl. That's not for girls." It's like, why not? Just go for it. Just give it your best. You know how many guys would love for their girl to be able to throw a football with, or a baseball, or play ping pong with, or do something active with, like all of them, or some want to play video games. So when you are able and capable and you've done something and you're willing to give your best, even if it's terrible, at least you're having fun. Because if you say yes and let go all the emotions of like, I don't want to look good, I'm insecure about this or that, you're going to have a lot more fun with it. Stop caring about, hey, I need to be great at this. That perfectionist model of like, I won't do something unless I'm great at it, typically is a recipe for failure, right? You're never going to be perfect at anything for that matter. Everybody has room for improvement. So when it comes to saying yes, like say yes when somebody gives you advice. Say yes to when somebody asks you out. Say yes to all different situations. I'm not saying not to say no. Saying no is really important too. I love to say no. I love to just, do what I want to do and focus on that. But I also learn that saying yes to people will help my relationship, will help my growth, will help me get in places where I probably wouldn't have done myself. For example, I did what is it, rim cubed. I did rim to rim to rim, which is basically hiking the Grand Canyon from one rim to the next rim and then back again. It's about a 50-mile stretch. I was like, I would never do that. This is crazy. uh, why would anybody ever do this? Hiking the Grand Canyon is beautiful, especially during the day. So majestic, so amazing. Highly recommend it. Even if you walk it, get through it, you can do it in, you know, 10, 12, 15 hours, whatever. You need to take breaks. That's cool. Get in shape for it, train for it. It is definitely a big increase and decrease in elevation, but it is beautiful. It's absolutely amazing. I don't think I'll ever do the rim cubed, right? Like where it's one rim to the next rim and back again because you're hiking the middle of the night. I do love being pushed mentally and physically though. So there's some screws loose up here, and I'll admit it that pushing my body and my mental state to make myself extremely uncomfortable, I find exhilarating. I know, crazy, right? But being able to do something like that was definitely something that I really liked in that regard. hiking in the middle of the night with just bugs in your face, could care less for that aspect. But being so exhausted and just having to get through it because you don't want to get stuck in the canyon, you just know, like, hey, one foot in front of the other, let's keep moving, say yes to the next step, say yes to, like, all right, I've set little goals for myself. It's like, okay, I made it this far, now I can go to Phantom Ranch. Okay, I made it Phantom Ranch, now I can go here. So each step of the way, you're making progress, just like in your life. You want to make little steps all the time. If you can make some big leaps and bounds here and there, awesome, go for it. Remember, saying yes isn't about, catering to other people. It's not, it's really catering to yourself. You're saying yes because it gets you to do something you probably would say no to, right? Same thing on the other side. I know I kind of said stuff about girls, like not doing sports. Guys, step up, right? When if a girl asks you to go dancing or learn dancing lessons, say yes, all right? Who shouldn't learn how to dance? If you're a guy and you want to get with girls and you know how to dance, it's the closest thing you can do to, if than anything else. You're touching them, you're leading them, you're essentially all over them physically and intimately, all that stuff. Like, it is one of the best things you can learn how to do. And there's not many guys who know how to dance. So if you go salsa dancing or country line dancing or swing dancing or whatever, it is a great way because girls are constantly looking for guys that can dance, and you can connect and share an experience, and it's really fun and active, right? I love burning calories. If I'm on any type of date or something, like, give me activity. I don't want to sit down and eat food and, you know, talk and, all the stuff that goes into, like, if the meal was good or if it was bad, or, you got digestive issues, all those things. Like, I'm not saying a good meal's not great. I'm just saying, like, I'm going to always take activity in something where there's movement involved, there's, engagement, more connection, than I am, like, let's just sit down and have some cocktails, all that stuff. First of all, I don't drink, personal choice. If you do, no judgment. You guys, you do you, is what I always say. It's like, focus on your greatness, focus on what you do. If that is enjoyment for you, that's great. I think I just learned too much about nutrition, and I value my body and health so much that I just look at alcohol as poison in any amount, and I also think it tastes terrible. So I don't know why people do it, but hey, if that's your prerogative, go for it. I rather eat a cheesecake or a brownie. That's where I would rather put my calories, or, you know, temptations, if I'm going that route. But say yes to things. Like, give it your all when you say yes. Just go after it, go for it. Who cares? Stop caring. You feel me? Like, let's get after it. Say yes, whatever it is, and get yours. Get yours now, because I'm getting out of this tub. It is making me numb. So I wish you the best and all the success. Take care.